I love this for you.
Guys, before I get started, just need to address the wig is gone. Because who told me and my old self to go out last night and be dancing up in the club with the synthetic hair? And now the wig is chaka. So we had to put it down. We had to put it down. Stop laughing at me. We had to put it down. So I just thought, let me just let you guys know that's what happened to the wig. So now you're either going to see the head scarf or the bed plats. Okay, let's get started. But hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Peas in. My guest is over there popping up right now, and I'm gone. Get serious. So you can already see the energy of the episode today. Okay, because we brought it back. We brought it back. But yes, guys, we are back on the Pink Couch with another episode of Peas in a Pod with your host, me, P. So guys, I've been telling you a lot about obviously I'm trying to get my body right again. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling. So I said to myself, no, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. So I said, let me bring on my sis because she's the only person that I know that I can have this conversation with, and she's gonna get me right. She's gonna get me right. So today I have another special guest. I'm just banging out guest episodes for you guys at the moment, and I love this for you. But today we have a very special guest. She is an absolute fitness babe. She is a bodybuilder. She was the runner-up carnival queen. And on top of all of that, she has literally got the body of a bloody goddess. An energy that is probably mine on steroids. So please welcome my good sis, Keyoni, aka Fire. So guys, basically, I've known Keyoni for a few years, and it's crazy because our relationship initially started off with me supporting her with starting up her business. And this is why you have to live good with people, because you don't know who is going to be a blessing in your life in the future.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because we've literally come around full circle, and now you are literally blessing me with my new venture.
This is crazy. I love this for you. I do love it. I love it.
So do I. Honestly, thank you so much for coming. I've been so excited for this.
Me too.
So, how are you, and where are you just kind of at the moment? Because I haven't seen you in a while. Where are you at?
I am everywhere.
I know.
I'm everywhere. So, I'm still coming down off my trip from Jamaica because I've not long come back from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So, I'm still reeling from that.
And that takes a while. It's mad because that's what happened to me when I went to Jamaica. I come back and it took me like 2 months to come down.
Nothing is going to make me feel good about living in the freezer. Nothing. I'm so sorry because Jamaica or the Caribbean or wherever is our natural habitat.
Yeah, and you feel it when you go there.
Yeah. Down to your bones feel so much better. Your skin, your mental health.
Your edges. Don't play with me. Don't play with me because they're...
No, the hair. You'll definitely get your hair back when you go to Jamaica.
Right.
You'll definitely get it back. But yeah, so still coming down from that, and then obviously getting back into everything because as soon as I come back, it's just like non-stop.
Yeah, because you went straight back to normal life.
So where's the little piece of break or pause?
I always say you need a holiday after the holiday.
No, you do. And on top of it, it wasn't really a holiday because I was doing a project as well, so it wasn't really a holiday. I didn't get the most of what Jamaica has to offer. I was just there for work, but what I uncovered and what I'm doing is, still unfolding.
Yeah. Okay, I can't wait to get into that. Literally, because I just come back from Jamaica before you went, and I really want to chat up about your experience and my experience because literally Jamaica is an experience.
It is
an experience, but that's good. So you're basically in a place of just trying to just reset now that you're back and getting back to normal life.
And moving forwards. I mean, the plans that I made at the start of the year, because I like to, really
set my
goals and stuff like that. Since going to Jamaica, everything flew out the window.
Oh.
Now I'm not even sure.
Oh, really?
Some of the things will continue as normal, like my business and stuff like that. But in terms of other things are a little bit up in the air now. So I'm
Okay.
just not sure. But
Yeah.
every faith that everything is going to work out just.
Yeah, and you're where you're meant to be, even if it just feels like nothing
Nonsense.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Listen. Listen to me, yeah. Listen, okay then. Oh, okay. So I thought we'll get started with a little quick game.
Okay.
I really planned the game to warm us up, but Keyoni come hot as soon as she walks
Let me
through the
know
door.
this
Okay, so obviously because you're a fitness babe, I thought we'll do a quick fire. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's like a little fire question thing.
Let's do it.
So you're gonna have to come at me quick. Quick. Okay, audience, you ready? Okay, so cardio, strength training, yoga or Pilates,
yoga,
morning workout, evening workout.
morning workout.
Oh, I like a morning workout.
Yeah.
I like a morning workout.
Start your day off.
Right? Yeah. I like a morning workout. Okay, gym or home workout?
Gym work.
Yeah, I could have guessed
home workout.
See, I like a home workout.
I was a home workout girly initially.
Okay, so you started off with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the time, I thought I had a confidence issue. I thought because that's what I was going with as to why I didn't want to go to the gym.
Okay.
And then once I was there, I was like, well, I'm not really going to get this type of workout at home.
Yeah, and that's what I think as well, because I've been doing the home workouts for a while now, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm at a point
where you need to progress.
It obviously needs more, but I think I'm where you was at in regards to the whole confidence thing. But we're definitely going to talk about that.
Remember what I said?
Thought, yes. I caught it. Okay. All right, cool. Treadmill or outdoor run?
Outdoor run.
Squats or lunges?
Squats.
Ooh,
really?
I'm a lunge babe.
Only because though this new technique that since I come back from Jamaica, this new technique of tipping the hips under. Like
what when you squat?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. It does the job.
Well, yeah, because it for me, because of how my body has been set for a while, doing that particular movement, I know that's going to help.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I'm a lunge babe though, because for some reason, and I said this the other day, the body's not bodying at the moment, and I'm getting one sharp pain in my hip when I get low. So when we finish, when you show me if I'm doing something wrong.
Do you do any stretches?
Yeah, girl. Remember, I'm a dancer, so that's where I come from. So I'm doing my stretches and stuff, but I haven't been working out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have to check for me because I don't know what's going on. Okay, dumbbells, resistant bands.
Dumbbells.
HIIT or steady state cardio?
Steady state.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say HIIT. You know,
I've done enough HIIT.
Okay. You know, it's because you got the energy for it. You've got the energy for HIIT.
No, I don't. But I did have the energy for it before. Like, when I was doing my bodybuilding competition, it was HIIT.
So okay. All right, protein shake or smoothie?
Protein shake.
Pre-workout or coffee?
Pre-workout.
Pull-ups or push-ups?
Pull-ups.
How many can you do?
Maybe a good 3.
Okay.
A good 3.
Okay. Because I can't even reach there.
Yeah, it's the back muscle.
Yeah.
So.
It's mad because I feel like a lot of stuff in regards to like gym and weights and stuff, it is about posture and knowing how to do it right to be able 100%. To get the results.
Form is everything.
Yeah.
If you haven't got good form, just forget about it.
Yeah. I definitely ain't pulling up from the right place, so I just don't pull up. There we go. I'm standing up still. So, okay, last few. Burpees or mountain climbers?
Burpees.
Really?
Yeah, burpees, I would say.
Burpees. I hate burpees. Okay, planks or crutches?
Huh?
Planks or crutches? Or crunches.
I don't know what to say.
It's too quick. The quick fire round was too quick.
Planks.
Yeah. Okay. Full body workout or split routine?
I'm a split routine kind of person.
Okay.
And the reason why I went is because I wanted to try and get back into the full body, but it's very hard for me to do because when I go to the gym, I'm like, I'm just doing it today.
Yeah. So you're just kind of accustomed to doing it that way.
Yeah.
No, I hear. I prefer a full body, but I think that's because I come from dance background. When you're dancing, it's always your full body. So I think it just makes more sense in my mind.
Makes sense.
Okay, last couple. Last one. Stretch before or after workout?
Both.
You know what? I don't stretch before. So you asked me if I'm a
But to
stretch
do some
babes.
mobility, not necessarily stretching, but mobility.
See, I do that after. I do
What?
mobility after and stretching. So I'll basically do warm up, workout, and these are just like HIIT workouts or strengthening workouts from home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do a mobility set, and then I'll do a stretch. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fitness babe, so I don't know what I'm doing. So am I doing that wrong?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of fitness is it's how your body works.
Okay.
So everything is not going to be right for everybody,
Mhm.
and everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
Different inserts, different muscle inserts, and you know, like how the ball and socket goes into the hips. And
Yeah.
the shoulders. So for you, it depends. You just go with
what? Okay, because that's what I feel like works for me, because I feel like doing mobility just off a warm up, I don't feel
loose enough.
Yeah. Whereas when I do my mobility after my workout, I don't know, I just feel like I've got more
but you're
to play
already
with.
loose from the workout because you've been
that's true.
working out.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel looser because of the working out.
But the mobility is meant to make you feel looser for the workout.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense. See, this is why I just needed you to come and teach me.
No problem.
Because I'm really out here trying to get the body arty, and I don't even know what I'm doing.
Look, as long as you say to yourself, because everybody's like, "Oh, I want results.
Yeah. You have the
patience. You just have to say, this is a lifestyle, not no trend, or I'm just going to do it for 3 months because I've got a holiday coming or whatever it is. This is a lifestyle, so the results are going to come anyway. Once you make that decision in your head, like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to be exercising.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to come out the gym until I see something happening.
Yeah.
If you say that, you're going to see things happening, and it's just going to give you more motivation to keep going.
Yeah, I think that's my problem. So the last time I was like consistent with it. I was fasting, so I kind of was in a space of locking in anyway, spiritually, mentally. Yeah. So it helped me kind of just be in a routine to do it. And then I kept on going, and then I went on holiday, and then I come back and I couldn't get my mojo back.
This is why it has to be a lifestyle.
This is what I'm saying.
After I come back from Jamaica, I don't know how many weeks it was, because I did go to the gym in Jamaica.
Oh, you're one of them that work out on holiday?
Go. Look. Granted, I only went twice.
Okay, yeah.
To go.
Still, yeah.
But coming back and then getting back into it, it was just discipline that was getting me to the gym.
But did you
not
feel
motivation?
But someone said that to me the other day, discipline over motivation. Yeah. But did you feel like when you came back, you did kind of have to give yourself a nudge, or did you just lock back into place?
I was giving myself a nudge.
Yeah.
Not only because I've got things to do.
Yeah.
And at that time, the gym wasn't part of it. But I know if I don't go to the gym, initially going to the gym was about mental health benefits.
Okay.
Going to the gym for mental health.
Yeah.
So I know that once a certain timeline goes by, you need to go.
Yeah.
You need to go, because there's something about moving my body that helps my mind to clear, and I'm able to, like, decipher certain things, make certain decisions,
get clarity.
Exactly. By doing that. So.
Yeah. So in regards to obviously like mental health, you obviously said that the gym plays a part in helping that. Is it just the gym that you kind of rely on for that, or is there anything else that you kind of do? Because I know you're into like journaling and stuff like that. So talk to me about that.
Okay, so mental health, journaling is a big part of it now. I'm sure everybody's heard of journaling before, and you just whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. Who's got time to do journaling?
Yeah. Because it's a lot. Like, you really have to commit to it when you're doing it. Because I remember when you told me about doing it at work, and then I was trying to squeeze it in quickly in the morning, and it wasn't. You know what I mean?
So, I've been told for years about doing this journaling, and I didn't like to do it because
it's long.
But then there came a time in my life where there was nothing to do but journal.
Wow.
But once I actually got started doing it, I then began to realise, actually, all of these thoughts that are spinning in my head, once I write them down, nothing's not spinning.
Wow. So
it's like an emptying out of the brain exercise, so then I can take on more and not feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
Because, I'm a big overwhelmed person. I can be overwhelmed by a lot of things all at once. But once I do my journaling and I've, taken out those thoughts or deciphered this, or even just written down something that somebody has said that I need to, to take a look at. I'm not those thoughts ain't spinning in my head anymore.
Yeah.
So I found that by doing journaling, I'm able to take on more things and not be overwhelmed once I'm taking them out of my brain and putting them on the paper.
Yeah.
And as well, spiritually speaking,
Yeah.
writing things down is very, very powerful.
Really? Talk to me about that.
Okay. So
let's go. Because I know Keyoni's in her bag now. Keyoni's in her bag.
Okay, so it's really important. So the reason why it's important is because actually the actual movement in the writing, and obviously having the brain do this with the body and the arms and writing things down, not only is it setting the pace of something.
Really?
Yeah, like when people say set your intentions and write down your goals and stuff like that, they're not saying that just to say it. It's saying it because once you write something down, there's a high likelihood that it will come to pass.
Yeah.
Based on the actions that you take in order to make
it happen. Yeah. So basically, you can't just rely on.
No, you can't just rely on it.
Just kind of. Yeah. You got to put in work.
Okay. So going back to the journaling again, I noticed that by me doing this emptying out of the brain exercise, emptying out, and I'm able to take on more things. If you look at life or even just the days as scenes, by doing this, it moves the scenes faster.
Oh.
So for instance, I started to take the journaling seriously when I met you.
Yeah.
Started to take it seriously when I met you because not too long after I started to do the journaling, I started to see things started to shift in my life.
Wow.
So yeah, I started
good shifts or bad shifts.
Well, because at the time I wasn't going through a very good time at all. You remember, I wasn't going through a good time at all at that point.
Yeah.
And starting the business was definitely something that I had to do.
I
was being pushed to do it. So after I did that, now still doing the journaling and everything, and I was writing down, the things that I would want to happen. And one of them was the carnival queen thing, and then another one was I wanted to do my bodybuilding competition and whatever. So I'm journaling, taking out all of these different things and thoughts, even past thoughts, out of my mind, putting them on a piece of paper. I then noticed things were starting to speed up. I won a competition out of nowhere. I won 30 days free personal training for bodybuilding.
Oh wow, no way.
I know, out of nowhere, in my sleep, I woke up.
Oh.
Then that same day, somebody sent me the carnival queen thing.
What? What?
Yeah. And I'm bawling like, oh my God. So from that, obviously, it gave me a little motivation. Like, okay, it's working. Let me just continue.
Yeah.
And then 2024. Everything that I had written down that I said that I wanted to do, and obviously writing things down, it works. So I was also making the action steps in order to do it.
Yeah.
And all of the things that I written down, I did, and more.
Wow.
And more.
Wow.
So I can't emphasize how important journaling is, not only for your mental health, but if you want to see, if you want to what's the word? Achieve your goals.
Yeah.
Writing it down, obviously the journaling and everything, and then making the action steps to do it, because you're not going to be overwhelmed with the thoughts.
Yeah.
Once they're down on the piece of paper.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the type of person I am. Like, I'll want to do stuff, but I won't. Yeah, but I won't, because it's like it'll be in my mind, it'll be in my spirit, or God will put it on my heart, and I won't release it at all. I'll just be there with it, and then it will get overwhelming, because instead of kind of releasing it and, like you say, making room to be able to think of a plan, or making room to be able to understand what it is you feel like you're meant to do, it's just all piling up in my head, and now I'm thinking, oh my God, I need to try and do this, and I just bury myself into a hole. So it's kind of just like being intentional and really putting it out there, what it is that you're trying to do. And obviously, like you said, it's important as well to also do the work towards that, but really kind of understanding, okay, this is where I'm at, but really putting that out there to be able to get that back.
And also as well, like being self-aware.
Yeah.
Self-awareness is so important.
Oh my God. No, you know why I say that?
Why?
Because my birthday is coming up, right? And obviously, because summer's coming, everybody's ready to step outside. Everybody's buying up festival tickets. It's my birthday. Obviously, I'm thinking, I want to go out, I want to do some stuff. But it's crazy because the way everything is kind of like, the way God's just aligned everything. My mum's taking me to a spa day, and someone contacted me about getting a facial. And I was saying to my friend, it's crazy because I'm fighting for party time. And it's like God's giving me what I need. So, like you said, it's about being self aware because I think I'm just in a place of I'm just watching what everybody else is doing as opposed to really sitting with myself and thinking, okay, what season am I actually in? Is the season for the partying?
I'm glad
Or,
you said that.
Yeah.
Because for me and in my life and what I've grown to understand, everybody is living out their life the way they're living it out.
Yeah.
A lot of people might be like, oh my God, yeah, I want to do what they're doing or whatever.
Yeah.
But there is also your life. And there's something that you are here also to do.
Yeah.
And for me, one thing that I really appreciate about myself is that I can focus.
Yeah.
You know how many distracting words come take me out from my part?
Okay.
Like 20. No, let's not go all the way down that road. We want to talk about 2024. But I'm just saying, like, tunnel vision on the goals that you said that you was gonna do. One thing about me that I like as well is that if I've written something down, I like to tick things off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That no more.
Yeah.
You know, like
Are you a very visual person?
I can be.
Okay.
But I'm an air sign as well, so I spend a lot of time up in my head.
Okay. Yeah.
Lying around doing all kinds of doing all sorts. So I can be quite visual. I mean, I use my imagination a lot of the time.
Okay, nice, yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, for mental health, that is journaling is definitely one. Going to the gym is definitely one.
Yeah.
And what else do I'm going for walks, just being in nature.
Yeah, because you're really an outdoor babe. It's crazy because every time I describe you to someone, I say she's like sunshine. But you are. Every time I speak to you, I feel like the world just lights up.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. It's 4 o'clock gratitude.
Oh, should we do it?
It's 4. Yeah, it's 4.
What am I grateful for? You know what I'm grateful for at the moment, how much God is sustaining me in this season, because this season could be really shitty for me in the sense of like not working, funds being low. But he's really holding me up right now. Like I haven't struggled once, even when it's got frightening. Do you know what I mean? And I've been out of work before, so I know where that can go, believe me. But he's really just making things happen. Like even when I'm like, Lord, I don't know how we're gonna do this one, he just makes it happen. Like he's putting the right people in my life, he's putting the right opportunities in my life. And honestly, I have no idea like where this journey's going or
but you know what it does mean though.
What?
That you're
in the right, yeah, in the right place. I'm in alignment. Yeah. It's so true. So I think that's what I'm grateful for at the moment. Really being in a space of not really knowing or understanding, but still feeling very safe and protected. So yeah, I think that's mine. What's yours?
Mine is I'm grateful to be here on the pink talking to you, Paris. Honestly, I was so excited and obviously a bit nervous as well.
Yeah.
I'm so excited and just grateful to be here. And you wanted to hear what I got to say.
Oh, absolutely. As soon it just came to me out of nowhere. Get Keyoni on the couch, literally. Because I always say to people, because so many people ask to come on, and it's lovely, and I really appreciate people are seeing something in what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So I never want anyone to feel like, oh, I'm just brushing you off if I haven't actually brought you on. Like I appreciate the one, but at the same time, like I'm really trying to basically, like what you said, be in alignment and really make sure I'm bringing on the right people for the right conversations.
Right.
So when God dropped it on my spirit, Keyoni, I didn't question it. I said, all right, let me message it. I remember I told you the devil's a liar because it was probably making me think like, why is Keyoni going to want to come on? Like, Keyoni's doing her thing.
Absolutely lies.
And literally it took me probably like a couple of days and I was like, okay, just do it. Just ask her. She can't come on. She can't come on. That's the worst she can say. And literally I messaged her and the energy that he gave, like I said, sunshine, everything was right and nothing in my life. I was like, like, yes, I get it now. I get it. Literally, and now you're doing amazing. So thank you.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. So yeah, that's our 4 o'clock gratitude alarm. 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or any time really, but I like to do it at 4
It's like a reminder to stay consistent.
Yeah, just say thank you.
Yeah.
Because things could be a lot worse
It's so true.
than they are at this particular moment.
So
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's
true.
always good to be grateful.
Yeah, it's so true. And I feel like it's so easy to fall into that hole of it being shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could be sitting there concentrating on the fact that, yeah, the money's low.
And then you'll be making more of that, and you don't want to be making more of that or manifesting more of that. You don't want to do that.
You've got to find the blessings where you can.
That's
because
right.
there's always going to be some kind of blessing in something. There's a reason why you're in whatever it is that you're in, whether it be a lesson. My mum always says season, reason, or lifetime. And I think it's about just understanding, like what you said, being self-aware to understand, okay, is this a season? And if it is, it's going to pass. Is this is there a reason why I'm here? If it is, I need to lock in so I can learn. And then if it's for a lifetime, okay, you need to take it to the Lord and figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. So what did you say? So working out, meditation,
being out in nature.
Yeah, and you're saying obviously the trees.
And
the trees, and you meditate and stuff.
Yes.
So do you feel like all of them things genuinely help you to? Because like I said, when I'm around you, you are just this ball of just loveliness, and.
I didn't used to be like that.
But that's what I wanted to talk about.
I was a completely different person about 10 years ago. Completely different person.
Yeah. So what was it that made you kind of realise, okay, I've got to do something different? Then like, this can't just be it. Because remember, I was in the job just feeling like, okay, this is it. And I didn't know how or what I needed to do to, bring myself to a space. So what was it for you? Like,
well, it wasn't anything to do with work. It was to do with a relationship that I was in.
Oh, they'll do it. That'll do it.
And the predicament that I found myself in.
Okay.
So I had a traumatic birth in 2014.
Okay.
And I had a shoulder dystocia. That means the baby's shoulder got stuck on my pubic bone.
What? Oh my God, that must have been so painful.
Yeah.
How do you even?
I mean, okay, I didn't learn about some of these things until afterwards. Like years after, because the maneuver that they put me in really mashed up my pelvis and my body.
What, the hospital, the people in that,
the
really?
consultant and everybody, yeah. And it wasn't until 2014, 2013 when I saw a midwife, and the lady who was having the baby had a shoulder dystocia, and and everything was fine. Mother and baby fine. But the maneuver that they put me in
messed you up.
Yeah.
What does that do? Like, what was the ending result in that happening?
The ending result was I'm fine and the baby was fine.
Thank you, Jesus.
But the ending result is my body mash up. So
really?
all my left side, see when your mum was talking about the left side as well. So all my left side was weaker and smaller than the right side. My pelvis was hanging after it felt like it was hanging.
What?
After I had him, yeah, because he was big as well.
Yeah.
Just big. Because where you going so big in my little body?
And you want a little bit as well.
£9.7.
Oh, what?
Anyway,
he must have come out walking and talking.
Looked like a 3-month-old.
Oh my God.
His big hand and his big foot. I tell you, honestly, well, obviously a strong little boy. Strong. But yeah, that was when I knew. Even when I was pregnant, though, I did say I was going to become a personal trainer because.
Oh, so that was already kind of.
He was already there.
Yeah.
So after I had him now, I'm like, absolutely not. I need to do something about this.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm tripping over nothing.
Yeah. So did you know how to fix it though, or?
So in my mind, I didn't want to go back to the NHS and ask them for anything.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I understand that the NHS for women, especially if you're going for women things, is like prison for the black man. So I ain't going back to them to ask them for anything.
For anything, yeah.
So I was just like, well, if I become a personal trainer, I can learn about the body, I can learn about muscles.
Okay, that's smart. That's so smart. Oh my god, I would have never thought. I would have just been in the hole.
No, I like my life when it's shining. Just like you say about the shine.
Yeah.
To be shining. And I was in Pop Downville. Yeah.
Not Pop Downville.
Pop Downville. So, and there's no way I'm staying there.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to become a personal trainer, learn about all of these, and heal myself.
Wow.
And it's been a journey.
Really?
And I'm
I can imagine.
still on it. Because I'm not fully healed now.
Yeah.
But it's
and
so
you've seen
much better than it was. Of
wow.
Course. Yeah,
look
man.
at that.
Yeah.
And NHS probably would have had you on medication.
Yeah.
That would probably even mash up your body even more. Yeah, you think I don't know about NHS?
There we go.
Wow.
So I didn't want to do that. So that's what I thought, yeah. And and because I'm a person who likes to I've got resilience. So doing this, it's going to keep me occupied. And I thought to myself, what a better way to make a career as well as gives me an excuse to stay in shape all my life. You know what I mean? I'm going to be up and down with the kids and doing whatever.
Yeah.
I can teach people. I can help to heal people, especially if they're going through anything like
what you've gone through. Yeah,
man. And just learning about stretching the body and, all these different things that I've had to learn for myself. And obviously I can then tell
pass
others,
it on.
yeah. Because and that's another thing about me. I'm not an information hoarder. I could tell everybody.
Yeah. But that's what I've always loved that about you, because obviously meeting you based off your business, and you kind of telling me like your inspiration behind it and what is it. I feel like you're the kind of person you always want to give to people. I feel like you're very good at kind of recognizing, okay, they need an uplift, and I can do that, and you do that. Do you know what I mean? And that's so lovely, because I feel like a lot of people, especially people that go into business, a lot of times it's for selfish reasons. You know what I mean? Trying to make up money or whatever. But your thing was always about people.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? No, that's amazing.
And in that sense, I'm a humanitarian. In that sense,
what's that?
A humanitarian just cares about the human race.
Oh, really? I'm
you. I'm an Aquarius, and an Aquarius is a humanitarian. Even though we don't necessarily really like people, but we care about people in that sense, though.
Are you quite empathic?
Oh yeah. My intuition.
Yeah.
It's got plenty of people in a problem. Because how the hell does she know?
Yeah, I know. This is the thing. People think that being an empath's a joke. I say it's like having a superpower.
Yeah, it is.
I can literally feel you before I even see ya.
Oh, if you, there's a situation that is happening right now.
Really?
Yeah, right now. And to me, it's so clear. I have second-hand embarrassment, and it's got nothing to do with me.
Don't drop around me. Don't drop around me. I dropped, and I'm straight with you. You gotta know me. Yeah.
So we're not doing that. I mean, it got nothing to do with me, but I can see it so clearly. But there's another aspect to it as well, because like another thing that I do, which also helps with mental health and awareness, and just being able to strengthen those particular muscles, is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. I understand it to a T.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like somebody could just walk into a room and I understand probably what they're going through and stuff like that.
Wow.
But there was a time where it was actually quite extreme. And like I didn't actually want to go out because
I was just about to say that. Has it isolated you?
Absolutely. Before it did, not so much now, but before it did, when I didn't actually really understand what was going on. So I didn't want to go around people. I didn't want to go out, and I didn't want to do anything because when I used to go out, I could just feel the people.
I could feel draining.
I could feel what emotional state that they're in.
Yeah.
I've come out here to laugh and enjoy myself. I'm not trying to feel anybody's pain.
No, I hear it. I literally went to the job centre yesterday, and obviously I went out last night, so I was just in a space of man, I'm gonna go do what I have to do today, and bounce around. I went to the opticians, got my eyes tested. I was just having a good time. Do you know what I mean? So I just have a little walk around my area. You tell me now to go to the stinking job centre with the man that clearly don't want to be working there himself, and then want to put that energy on me now, and he never even said anything necessarily
need
but
to,
you
but
feel
you can feel
it.
Yeah,
They'll come home and brought down crying. literally, because the energy that he had
Yeah, but
shifted in me.
It can be like this, and this is why I suppose
Gosh.
meditation and that is so
Yeah.
important for you to understand as well where your energy starts and
Yeah.
where somebody else's energy starts, and you can just be like, nah,
And be able to detach
Yeah,
from it
detach
and
yourself.
leave it
Yeah,
there
and
with
leave it there,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
See,
don't
I'm at
take
a
it
point
with
where I'm
you.
still. I think things are still latching on.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So I haven't learned how to detach from that.
Okay, well, it's just more about self-awareness and knowing
Mm.
what is yours.
Mhm.
Because obviously you were saying you felt on top of the world, you just go to
Yeah.
so you stay there though.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah.
allow anybody else's to come because they're just do you know anything about shadow work? Because that
No,
was
I
what
was
I
going
was
to ask you
going
about that
to
because I saw
say.
you write it on your status the other day, but I don't actually know what it is.
Okay, so basically everybody has a shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. Yeah, everybody has a shadow side. So this is the side of us that we don't show to other people.
Okay.
So not so nice things that have happened to us that we want
Oh,
to kind
that's
of,
okay. Yeah.
and not really show that.
Yeah.
All those things. That was what I was going to say. Like I can feel that I can see or feel people's shadows.
Okay, so you
and
can
the
feel
reason why I can
okay.
feel them is because I do shadow work with my own shadows
Oh.
to bring light to my shadows, because it's not just horrible things that are in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually raw potential that's there because it's pieces of you.
Yeah.
So
yeah. What is shadow work like? Meditating and stuff like that? Is it
not necessarily? Shadow work is more like going to the parts of yourself that obviously that you don't show anybody and actually delving into it as to why it is there.
Oh, okay.
Something happened.
Okay, like getting to the root of what
the issue as to why it's there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot has happened in my life, and shadow work has definitely been something that has really been transformational for me in learning about, you know, like past traumas and then how to move forwards from them and that type of stuff. So yeah, shadow work definitely. But again, because being an empath or being sensitive to energy, feeling these types of energies, you just feel with people's shadows. You are feeling.
Oh, I'm so tired of everybody's shadow latching onto me because it's draining.
Because I don't have to say anything.
You can just feel it. Man, I knew, it was like I knew I was going to have a shit meeting with this guy before I even sat down. I was sitting behind the person that was in front of me.
And there's that non-verbal communication.
Just the way that he was sitting in the chair, the face. He didn't even call me over with any grace. If you ever see the way the man backs round the screen to show me my next appointment, never even said, "Oh, this is your next appointment." Just, I just thought,
no, that's rude.
This is what I'm saying. But like I said, I could feel it before I even sat with him, and then I took it with me.
Don't do that.
But I didn't realise I took it with me. But because I think I tried to suppress whatever it was, and like I said, just try and force myself to keep going throughout my day, keeping the energy. So I wasn't being honest with myself. And then when I got home and it got quiet, I just started bawling out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh, there it is."
And realising that it ain't yours.
Yeah.
Because just imagine those tears that you're crying; those are his tears.
His tears, yes, because he's in the job
that he doesn't want to be in.
But it's not my fault. I was the one that left my job, and you stayed.
Yeah, but you don't know. He could be at a stage where he wants to do something just like you, and feels stuck there, and he's not even, you know, reaching any kind of potential there.
And you know what? In saying that, you know, when people say sometimes your light can be so bright. My God.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my life.
Sure, you know, you could just walk into a room and people are like,
yeah, and it's like
walking out. You want to apologize? They know, and they can feel it.
What?
Like absolutely. It's like absolutely not.
And literally, that's what it is. You know, like when big people say, "My spirit just don't text." Why though? When all they've done is walk in the room and smile.
Because that smile is sunshine.
Yeah, and it's shining a light on their
shadows.
Okay, we're there.
And what did they do? Start scrambling.
Oh.
Because they don't want to do the work.
And that's the problem.
They don't want to do the work.
That is the problem, because obviously I haven't done shadow work, but it sounds quite similar to kind of like what I said, like going to the root and really spending that time alone with yourself and really being honest with where you've been at, what's been going on with you,
and
and
really,
really
those really hard questions.
yeah, and that's why I said the other day in one of my shorts, you have to trust the silence because the silence is scary. So if you're going and doing that shadow work, I can only imagine what's coming up to the surface. And I know people don't want to do that because people don't want to face that.
Who wants to be reliving certain traumas? And that's why people don't do this type of work, is because it is a lot.
And I can understand that it's a lot. Me too. But it's the thing of reliving them traumas is what's going to be able to let you move forward from it.
The benefits outweigh any of the trauma.
This is the thing.
It outweighs everything, because when you do that, you not only, let's say this is the root of it. Yes, you've taken it off or done your thing, but that's also now a piece of you. Say like you're a jigsaw puzzle, that is part of you, and that is potential for you to be more of who you are.
Yeah.
Because having the shadow, you're not really who you are.
Well, this is the thing, and a lot of people don't want to face
send
that
their
side.
Representative to
Oh yeah, I was watching something about that the other day. And it was like how I think they were saying, how long do you send the representative when you first meet a guy?
I don't send the representative because the representative isn't necessarily there.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I used to send the representative.
No, I did used to, but I don't now.
Yeah, now no. Oh my god.
Pretend to be who, and I can only be me.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And the thing is, when you're sending the representative, there's only so long that you can send them for before they get tired, and then the real one starts the show, and people are looking at you like, "What's happened there?" The mask is slipping, sis. You might want to just, because it's crazy. You can't. There's only so long the representative can represent.
There you go.
Literally, that's mad. That's mad. But no, I love that. I love that. It sounds like, you know, you've really been on a journey of really working on you.
100%.
Not only mentally, but physically, spiritually. And obviously, as we know, all of them things come together in one. Do you know what I mean? Just to help you flourish in whoever it is that you are. So that's...
You know, a big question at that point that I had to ask myself after the relationship had finished and whatever is, would I want to be with me?
What?
Would I want to be with me? And at that point,
that question is real.
The answer was no.
That question there is real. Yeah. And then when the answer's no,
on top of it.
Oh.
So what have I got to do now? I've literally got to go from ground zero to try and make something of something. That's actually not there. But I've got to try and make. And
that's what it feels like. You've gone to ground zero. You have to go to ground zero. That happened to me when I think it was probably COVID. I got to a point where I got there, and God said, right, everything's going. I'm talking about everything, all the way down to my phone. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to have to be obedient. And I got rid of everything, social media, everything. I didn't speak to no one. People were all phoning my mom, trying to find where I was. I was just in my house by myself, locked away. So you see the kind of work and the kind of things that come up in that space. I said to people when I come back, don't think I was just sitting in my house having a good time watching Netflix. I was on the floor.
Thank you.
I was on the floor in my house, facing some shit. But like you said, the outcome from really embracing that is so worth it.
It so is. And you know, there was a saying, or is a saying, that people say and say, you know, when you start something, the people who are around you at the beginning will not be there at the end. And that is so true. Even down to family members.
I swear by that.
And it's the truth.
Did you lose anyone along or have you lost anyone along your journey of, you know, healing and really finding you again?
Well, I wouldn't say lost.
Okay, yeah. Appropriately out of the way.
Yeah, basically. So quite a few people, a lot of people.
Don't you feel lighter?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and who I was in those relationships or friendships or whatever, it could only have done what it did at the time, because I wasn't the person who I am now would not stand or wouldn't be around those people in the first place, and not stand for certain things that they were doing or saying. But the person who I was then would, and that's why those relationships were there.
Yeah.
So yeah, plenty people.
It's
mental
kind of like what you
fitness.
said to me about being in alignment. When you're losing the people, that's another way of you
Of
recognizing.
course, and God, whoever you want to say,
Mm,
kept me alone for a long
long time.
time.
Oh, you see when he's got you in that hidden place.
Long time. I was by myself for a long time. No friends, no nothing,
Mm,
no partner, no nothing.
mm,
And then, but I did know though, once it was because in this hibernation phase,
mm.
hermit phase, you just need to be doing you.
Yeah, you have to.
And then when it's time to come pop back out, now you're not going to be popping back out like who you was before. You're popping back out as this new person.
So it wouldn't even make sense for the old people to still be there anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you have now made the space
Mm.
for new people to come in, the people who are in alignment with who you are now
Yes.
to come in.
Yes. Has anybody made you feel a way that you've had to let them go now that you are a completely
Absolutely.
different person? Because I've definitely had that.
Absolutely. And I think the difficult part is when it's family members.
Yeah.
It's when it's family members.
Mhm.
But because I've been through a lot of things in my life where I've actually had to let go of my own mother.
Wow.
If I can do that with my mother,
Yeah,
me can't
yeah.
do it to anybody.
Yeah, no, I hear it because that's what I said on the thing the other day. Don't look at me and my mum and think it's just been that. I've been there, and I think one thing I would definitely say to people is it don't matter who they are,
No,
parent,
it's just the
brother.
truth. Yeah.
If you've got to do what you've got to do, you've got to do what you've got to do, and at the right time, or if it's even meant to be, it will come back around. But if
That's
you are
right.
not safe in that relationship,
You have to let it go.
you've got to let it go.
and
You've got to do
recenter
it.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely have had people
make you feel some type of way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like I mean, okay, so I've been on this journey for a long time. A lot of the time, I didn't actually know. These people thought, family members and other people thought that I was mentally ill.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Off the back of what though? Like what?
Because I was deep into spirituality
Oh,
and
it's
like
something they don't
meditation and
understand.
things that they
Yeah.
don't understand. And because they can't actively see me doing anything, they think it's
No way.
But what people don't understand is when you want to create something, it first creates in the spiritual realm, and then it takes its time to come and manifest into the physical.
Okay.
So
yeah,
all
yeah.
that time that people were looking at me and saying, "Oh, she's not doing anything." Okay, but I was building something in the spiritual realm. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
takes no time for everything just to
happen when it needs to happen.
when it needs to happen. No,
Yeah.
but in that time, don't get me wrong, I was frustrated and everything.
Yeah, because that's just normal. Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Wow. No, I love this for you. I really do. I really do because I've been there. Do you know what I mean? I've been there, and it's really nice to have like a genuine, honest conversation because, like you said, a lot of people aren't willing to do the work, so not a lot of people really understand this type of conversation. Do you know what I mean? So I always say the work is a lonely place.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The work is a lonely place, and even when you come out of it, sometimes it's so unexplainable that people are going to be looking at you like, okay, yeah, you was just at home. It's not that deep. But like, it's like, no, it's that deep.
It is.
It's that deep, especially like you said, when you're losing people, when you're actively seeing the difference in yourself. Because I think that's the one right there when because you go so many years in life of just being whoever you are. And like you said, you have to ask yourself that question, would I be with me? And then you do that work, and then when you actively see how you're responding to things different, how you're attacking things differently, it's like
you're a whole new person. So
it's like you've got to get to know the new you.
New one. Yeah. Literally.
That's why you can't even rush back too tough to be in the friend because it's like, okay, now I'm back, but I'm back dating me now. I'm not trying to date everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, absolutely not. No.
That's mad.
And you could never go back. We go forward.
Yeah. Absolutely. But okay, so talking about moving forward, so you recently got into your bodybuilding.
I did.
Talk to me about that, because can I say you look good? Thank you. Good. I'm sorry, I have to say it again. You look good. So what happened there? So obviously you mentioned that you got a pass.
Yeah, because at that time, where I wasn't going through a good phase at all in 2023.
Was you already doing gym though? You'd
Yeah,
already been on your journey.
and I'd already been shredded, already gone to do the competition in 2022.
Okay.
But the coach that I had then had to pull me because hip issues.
Oh, it's too bad.
Hip issues, the same injury that I spoke about before.
Yeah,
the dystocia. That there was stopping me from getting on stage because it just when I was explaining to him how it felt, he said, "You are not supposed to be feeling like this at 10 weeks out."
Really?
Yeah, you got to stop. But I also knew I had to eat the nutrients that I didn't eat.
Okay.
Back then.
Okay.
I had to redo.
Oh, wow. So kind of like I had to start again from scratch. Oh, gosh.
And then that's what brought me to going on stage this next time because of you. Look, I'm not a person who likes to start something and not complete
finish it. Yeah. I know you're that kind of person. I can tell. Once you are set on something,
it needs to get done, so I can tick it off and get to the next thing. So that was kind of like what the bodybuilding was about. Just like it was on my list of things to do. I need to do this, and this is what I need to do. I ended up doing it, but. Okay, so people go into bodybuilding for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
I grew to understand. My reason was more of I have to do this for my body. Yes, stripping down and whatever else. I have to do this for my body based on what it has already been through. It's been through, trauma. So I had to do that for that. And then, obviously it looks good for my business and stuff like that. But,
Yeah. So, training to be a bodybuilder, is that different from just training to be fit?
No.
Oh.
To me, it's the same because when I initially, bodybuilding was never something that I want to do. Don't get me wrong, I admired them for doing that, but I didn't ever think that I would be doing it. But the body that everybody says that they want, you do that by training like a bodybuilder.
Oh.
You do that by training like a bodybuilder?
See, I always assume it was different types of training. Do you have to eat different?
Oh, yeah, you have to eat different.
I was going to say, because the way that they're cut,
it's the food.
Okay.
When you train, you're just breaking down fibers in the muscles. You're breaking it down. The fullness and the regrowth comes from the food, the water, and the sleep.
So what do you need to eat like to be a bodybuilder? Like, what's the main thing? Do you have to eat like more or less, or?
Well, it depends because some people have 4 meals, 5 meals, or even 6 meals a day.
6?
Yeah.
Jeez, I couldn't do that.
But they're not big meals. They're small meals, like to keep you going and keep the body functioning the way that you would want it to by inserting this food at this time.
Okay.
That's what makes it bodybuilding. But if you're just eating your normal 3 meals and stuff and still doing training, that's just still eating.
Yeah.
But not eating like a bodybuilder.
Okay, I'm with you. Okay. So, question that I've just always wanted to know: why do you have to put the brown stuff on your body? Because I always used to see white people do it. Yeah, but why? Because then I noticed you did it. But obviously, I just thought you're black already. So, what's that for? Or what does that do?
It's for stage. So because I'm black already, I only needed one coat of tan and then the glaze on top. So that's what makes you look all shiny and nice on stage. The reason why they do the tan is because muscles show up better on black skin or dark skin.
Oh.
That's why.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They show up better on black skin. Yeah. So basically,
or on dark skin. Yeah.
So basically, they're trying to kind of like imitate literally being a darker skinned person, so that the visuals look better.
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way. You know what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until 2022, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Because when I saw you put it on, I was thinking, so then why did you need it then?
That's what they say, just because you need it on stage because it's part of what you do. Because I would have quite gladly just went on there with the glaze and then
But I guess as well when you are on stage, because obviously.
But then it's also the skin also being one uniform colour.
Yeah.
Because people have probably different colours. So that's going to take away from the judging.
And I guess the lighting as well. The lighting as well. Because obviously we have to, as dancers, when we go on stage, we have to like make sure we've got makeup on because our face will just look like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it's the same thing.
For the body.
Okay. So how did you get on in the competition?
Which competition?
The bodybuilding one.
Okay, so oh my god, the first. I did 2 shows.
Yeah.
So the first show,
Oh.
it was kind of like the coach that I had was trying to sabotage me. I think, yeah, because he was there telling me, oh yeah, he was telling me, oh yeah, fire, you're doing really good. And I'm like, look, I've been shredded before. This is not shredded. This ain't shredded.
Yeah.
So he was telling me, oh, you don't have to look at other people. I said, I'm not looking at other people. I'm looking at myself. Anyway, so I ended up switching coaches not too long before the competition, and she really had to get me semi-show ready.
Yeah.
And then the first show, and then I think it was a day or 2 days before the show, my period came. So
get out.
What's off of it?
Why does she come at the worst times all the time?
I was like, oh my, and I felt every bit of it.
Oh, it's one of them
when I went
ones.
on stage, I went every bit of it. Oh. But I was glad to get it over and done with because
you'd been working hard, you had done it.
But then I had another show in
another bodybuilding show. Okay.
So that was me, Stairmaster, hour every morning.
An hour?
Yeah.
And like non-stop or break
non-stop.
it?
What do you mean non-stop? Yeah. And from when I go on the Stairmaster, I have to have some pumping music on and we're dancing on the Stairmaster. Because how else are we supposed to be getting it done dying like this? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You have to just get it done.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was doing an hour on the Stairmaster, and then I'd come back and do my workout and 20 minutes after that as well.
What?
For the next show. Yeah, this is all in order to get shredded.
Is this
for
every
this next
day?
show. Yes.
No, 7 days a week, or would you have a rest day?
It was I did it 7 days.
Jeez.
I did it for 31 days every day.
Oh my word.
It was only the training that was more structured on certain days, but the Stairmaster was every day.
And you didn't burn out or anything?
No, because once you're just locked into that, you're just, and because one of my goals, I need to get this done.
Yeah.
Believe I was crying, laughing, doing all kind of different stuff on the Stairmaster. Seen it all.
Yeah. No, I can imagine that. Literally, I can imagine that. So, would you do it again? Is that something you want to keep doing, or is it on the ones where it's like, okay, I've done it now, I've ticked the box?
Part of me feels like that, but then part of me feels like I know that I can do better than the last body that I had for the last show, even though I was happy with it. Yeah. But I know I can do better than that. So that's the only reason why I would want to do it again, is to outdo my old self, if that makes sense. Yeah. The old look.
I love that, because you are your own competition. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I'm interested in anyway, because even when they do the comparisons and stuff, we're not the same height, we're not the same colour, we haven't got the same parents. So you can only ever be comparing yourself to yourself.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you look bloody amazing, girl. You look bloody amazing. I'm going to have to put a picture up on the screen so the people that know what Keyoni was dealing with out there on the stage with the brown skin.
No, for real.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, then, guys, we are on our segment of the episode, which is Mythbusters. Did you see my title cards? Yeah, but you like that.
Yes, I do. I love them.
Thank you.
Check you. Get me moving up in the ranks of the
YouTube. Progression, guys.
I love that.
Progression. Okay, so obviously, because we've got my fitness sister on the pink couch, we are going to do a couple of myths about fitness. So you're going to be doing the busting, because, like I said, I'm not a fitness babe, so I don't know what's right and what's not. Okay, so first one. No pain, no gain. If it doesn't hurt, it's not working.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so we're busting that one up.
Yeah.
So people think if it hasn't hurt after a workout, it means I haven't done anything.
Not necessarily, because you can be used to it.
Yeah,
as well.
So
when I went back to the gym, I couldn't walk for a week.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
It was so embarrassing.
I hate it.
It was so embarrassing.
Do you still carry on working out throughout that week?
Absolutely not, because I can't walk.
Listen. And I'd be really attacking myself.
Yeah,
like,
no, you don't know.
I can't walk.
Because if you can't walk, what are you going there for?
Well,
to look like a fall under something? No. doing that. So I just wait for it to heal and then go back at my usual frequency.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the reason why the pain was there for so many days was because I hadn't been to the gym.
Yeah.
So when you have long breaks, the DOMS, delayed muscle onset soreness, is going to catch you.
Okay. Yeah, because it's
so this
only
is why
that
you have
first
to
one
stay
back.
consistent.
Yeah.
The more consistent you are, the body likes consistency. So if you're training, and you're not necessarily feeling any pain after the workout, that's fine. But there'll probably be a workout that you do have, and you're like, oh my God, yes, that was the one.
Was it.
And you'll be in pain. Not too much pain, but you'll be in pain.
Yeah.
And then you'll be fine again, but not to the extent where you can't walk.
Okay.
Just don't take long breaks.
Yeah. And that's my problem. I'm really be taking the breaks. I'm really be taking the breaks. And then coming on here and complaining to you guys when it was my fault for taking the break. So yeah, we're busting up, no pain, no gain. So it doesn't have to hurt every single time you go to the gym.
But just make sure that you're challenging yourself though. You don't want it to just be easy.
Yeah.
You want to be challenging yourself to get them 10 or get them 12 or whatever it is. You want to challenge yourself.
Okay. So there it is, guys. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Rest days are for the weak. You should train every day.
Absolutely not.
What?
No, you need rest days. The body needs to rest. It's not a machine. It is a machine, but it's not a machine that can just keep going.
Yeah.
You have to have rest days.
Yeah.
Understand, bodybuilding is an extreme sport.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Go and understand master every day for an hour.
That's not normal.
Exactly.
That is not normal.
But it is an extreme sport. But rest days are fundamental in a fitness journey.
Yeah.
Especially because when you were going back to the question of, are you a body parts or a full body? So when we had the coach before, it was push, pull, legs, rest.
Okay.
Push, pull, legs, rest.
Okay, yeah.
You need rest.
Yeah. And I feel like you need rest on any journey, not even just fitness.
Even mentally, you need a break.
Honestly.
When you're doing a lot of mental stuff or academia, you need rest.
Absolutely. And when you rest as well, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, is that your muscles like healing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the muscles ain't healing.
Exactly. So how are they going to be healing if you're just breaking them down constantly? Even with the girls, every day is leg day. Every day is not leg day. Nope. When are you resting for the legs to grow?
There we are. Sis said it.
Because
I know people don't want to rest these days.
I know you need to rest because resting is also part of it. Add in the resting.
Listen, people, please. I don't want to have to talk about resting and burnout anymore on this pink couch. Honestly. Gosh. Someone else has come and said it now.
Resting.
There we go. So we're busting it up. Rest days are for the week. They are not for the week. It's actually one of the things that's going to help you on your fitness journey.
That's right.
Okay. So we'll do one more. Okay. So strength training doesn't help weight loss. You have to do cardio to lose weight. Okay.
That's true because you're not really burning a whole lot of calories when you're lifting weights.
Oh.
When you do cardio, you are intentionally moving the body so that it burns calories.
Okay. See, I thought that you could lose it from just.
No, it's going to take you a very long time.
Oh, okay. So it takes you longer.
It's going to take you a lot longer because you're not burning the amount of calories that you could have burned in the same amount of time. Even just doing steady state cardio.
Yeah.
Comparing that to a strength training session, you're not going to burn anywhere near the same calories.
Is that why people do that thing where like they'll bulk and then they'll have like a shredding season? So would the shredding season be the season where they do a lot of cardio and then the bulking be more so
no cardio and a lot?
Oh, no, none at all.
Yeah, or it depends because some people strictly use cardio as a fat loss.
Okay.
A fat loss medium, and then other people will have cardio all year round. I'm the type of person who would want to have cardio all year round.
Yeah, I like
to keep
cardio.
the body in a certain condition. If I wasn't doing cardio,
okay.
But yeah, cardio definitely is for weight loss. Definitely, if you want to be burning calories, definitely. And if the Stairmaster also is the most intense machine at the gym.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. I've never actually used it, but I know that's what people say. Like,
take your time. It's the most intense machine in the gym. So just be mindful of that. So if you're going to start the Stairmaster, do 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were trying to be Keyoni.
Yeah.
I know she looks good.
I'm level 6
but it's
or
been a
something.
journey.
No, it is.
It's been a journey.
No, it has been a journey. I
Probably
think
on there for an hour.
yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I could.
Because you'd just be dying.
Oh my god. When Keyoni says she's out there for an hour, and then it dropped down the same for me, yes it does. So that was probably our first myth that we're not busting up because you do actually need cardio.
Yeah, you do need cardio
for the weight loss. So there you go, guys. So guys, that was Mythbusters. Obviously, you mentioned that you went to Jamaica. And you went to Jamaica just after I went to Jamaica. Yeah. So, like I said, I was in your business. Because I come back and was vexed that I was bloody living here.
In the freezer.
Oh my God. Make it worse, I went in October, so when I came back, it was grey. Like the shift from just the lighting alone. When I got off the plane, I was thinking, it's like you don't realise how grey it is until you go and you come back and
you
you're
see
like,
how vibrant other countries are. You're like, no, and this is their normal day today. No. And we live in the grey, cold freezer.
Oh my life. So yeah, I was all up in your business, watching what you was up to and stuff like that. So I just wanted to just get into it about that. So did you go to Jamaica by yourself?
Yes, I went by
How
myself.
did you find that? Because I think a lot of people paint Jamaica to be a very scary, dangerous place. So my friend, I went with my friend, but she really wanted to go, but I think she was feeling like for her first time in Jamaica, she can't go by herself.
Okay.
So how was it for you going as a solo lady?
To me, it was
fine.
Don't get me wrong, I had my grandmother in my ears talking about, them I go kill you.
Oh, the big people would. My mum at Jamaica, I will probably say, just not go.
I'm saying to her, nobody doesn't even know I'm going. So how are they going to kill me? All right. But me personally, I was fine.
Yeah.
I was just a bit like, you know, I've had all of that. I'm not trying to listen to that. I need to go and do what it is that I need to do in Jamaica, and I'm willing to take the risk and go by myself.
Well, that's very brave.
It was the best thing that I could have done.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah.
So what was the reasoning for going? Because I know you mentioned it was for business.
Yes.
So what was happening?
So I'm doing a project on my grandmother.
Nice.
I'm doing a project about her journey from Jamaica to England because she was part of the Windrush generation.
Okay.
Yeah. So that obviously involved me going back to Jamaica to see where she came from.
Oh, it's like research. Yeah.
And then, you know, making, you know, the connections and everything. But there was another reason as to why I was going as well. So for 30 odd years, the family in Jamaica and the family in the UK weren't talking.
Oh, really? I feel like that's quite common. That
common,
is,
isn't it? Yeah. So I was obviously going there to go and reconnect everybody.
Oh wow!
I know.
Oh wow! That's a big one, especially on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So you was basically like the representative of the England family,
basically.
Oh wow.
Unknowingly though, but yeah, that's definitely what I was. And you know, all the stories and everything that my grandmother had told me about where she came from and what she remembered. She remembered everything to a T. My grandmother was 93.
Wow.
Yeah, remembered everything to a T. And
so did you stay where she was from?
Well, she's from Somerset in St Thomas. I stayed at the time in St Thomas, but I was in Sunninghill, somewhere even more country than.
Oh my God, you went country.
Yeah, it's country. So yeah, that's where my people are from the country.
So you wasn't staying in hotels?
No.
Where was you staying in? Like
Airbnbs.
Okay.
So first I went to Portmore.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I celebrated my birthday. I was in Jamaica all Aquarius season.
How long did you go for?
3 weeks.
Oh wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. Because we went for 12 days and that was long.
Yeah, 3 weeks. So I really got a good enough feel of Jamaica.
Did you move around Airbnbs or did you have just one Airbnb?
No, I moved around. So I stayed in Portmore first, and then I went to St Thomas, and I stayed with Ras Mocco. You probably know Ras Mocco is actually a YouTuber. I didn't know he was a YouTuber until I went over there. No and it's like a mini celebrity in St Thomas.
No way. So you just ordered an Airbnb
and
got there. And so wait, was all of your Airbnbs living with someone?
No, the first one and the last one, the third one.
Yeah.
That was just those were apartments
On your
those
own.
on my own.
And then
When I was staying with Ras Mocco, yes, I was by myself in the whole because he didn't have any other guests.
Okay.
I was the only guest.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's sleeping in a different part, but yeah,
okay.
I was the only person. So.
And you never felt like concerned or worried being like in a house on your own in
when
Jamaica?
I was in Portmore,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's not even hard. You can find however many men in Jamaica.
Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely.
But safety was definitely big because I can just hear my grandmother drilling in my head about the man them in Jamaica.
Yeah, because where the Airbnb's in like pretty secured areas, or
yes. So the first one was an apartment.
Okay.
And I didn't know it was actually, like when you go in, you have to show them your ID and tell them where you're going, and nobody can go through or pass there if they haven't shown their ID.
So they've got like concierge and all that kind of stuff.
So that was good, and that was right by the sea. Like,
oh, nice. Yeah, Jamaica's got views. Yeah, Jamaica's got views.
Yeah, and then when I was in St. Thomas, it was just like inside, like, I was living in board houses there, so
What's a board house?
It's the houses that are made out of boards, and the zinc, the metal roof.
So like a hut kind of thing.
Yeah. Girl, I wanted the whole experience. I was kind of being on touring.
Clearly, because I was really in my bougie Grand Caribbean hotel sleeping, getting my 5-star meals every day.
Yeah, what
was that like? Was it clean? Because I think that's what stresses me is the cleanliness when you go and stay in places.
As clean as it could be for what it is. Because remember, this is outdoor living.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because when I tell you about the mountains, you'll know why.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Yes, clean for what it was.
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't necessarily like was that when I was in St. Thomas, the mosquitoes were just
girl.
Me off. Oh my god!
I ended up at the doctor's in Jamaica. That's how bad, because the mountain bugs ain't the same as the ones down in Jamaica. So when they ate me alive, I couldn't walk. My legs swelled up.
Oh my god, I wasn't that bad. But luckily, Ras Mocco was Cersei and different things he was rubbing on there. Those herbal remedies.
Yeah.
So he was giving me all of this stuff, and I was
it working? Because the Rastas gave me neem oil. If you ever see me in the hotel,
no, for real, neem.
Rubbing up, but the neem oil didn't work, girl. Because
I had Cersei leaves. He rubbed the Cersei leaves on me.
And it worked.
Yeah. After maybe like 2 days after him doing that, I was still getting bites up. But then by
nothing. Nah. The neem oil didn't work. I said, give me the NHS drugs. Give me the NHS drugs.
Yeah, because you are miserable when your skin is just inflamed all the time.
And then Jamaica's hot
on top of it.
So it was just uncomfortable.
I can imagine. But now, and going to the river and everything, I wanted to do all that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you was really in there.
I wanted to be in there, experiencing.
What was it like meeting people? Was it quite easy to just get in and meet, or do you feel like were people standoffish? Like, what was that like?
Obviously, it's easy to meet men. Men are trying to approach.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
But then when it comes to meeting the women, I went to go and get my hair done, had my eyelashes done, and
you really became aggressive.
I was doing what everyone was doing in the UK. I'm doing it in Jamaica too. That's why I went gym and everything. Yeah, so, and that's obviously I got to meet the women there and get to speak to them and everything. They were just lovely, really nice. I didn't meet anybody that was horrible.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I didn't. My experience of Jamaica and Jamaicans was a very, very good one.
Really?
A very good one, yeah. And I did feel extremely safe.
Okay.
I felt extremely safe.
Okay, that's good then, because I feel like my experience with Jamaica was weird. I think whilst I was out there, like I said, I stayed in a hotel, and the hotel was far out, so there wasn't nothing going on around there. So I felt like in terms of variety of things to do, that lacked.
Wasn't too much.
Yeah. But then obviously when we would go out, so we got a car, so we would drive to wherever we wanted to go, and I remember there was a time when we went, I think we went to a petrol station. So me, because I'm like you now, I've bounced in there. Hi, everybody. Keyoni, you told me to bounce. You told Paris to bounce in the petrol station. If you ever saw the way. And please, guys, don't take offense to any of this because I'm Jamaican as well, so I get it. But the way,
you know, how can you imagine? Yeah.
the people looked at me like, how dare
Who are you?
this happy English girl
Come in at my place.
Listen, I found out because I needed the toilet, so I'm thinking, oh God, now we have to chat to them as well. So I'm saying, Miss, have you got a bathroom? Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna wet
I said, oh, is it possible to use it, please? Because now I'm nervous. I'm spoken. English. Is it possible to use the bathroom, please? Round there, so. I said, okay, I've gone round there now. Time for them to go in there, there's no toilet roll. So I think I'm going to have to disturb her again now.
I risk her being frustrated with you for coming and telling her about the toilet roll.
Listen to me. So I think of that experience, I think I felt like a part of me, I think the only way I can explain it in Jamaica is I felt bad for being English. I felt like I got a lot of energy in a sense that it was like, you know, you guys got the long straw, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're Jamaican, but you was born in the country with the money. Do you know what I mean? You guys don't understand where we are and what we're coming through. And I think that's probably why when I bounced in there, it's like you don't even get what
we can't be bouncing like
that. Exactly. And I get it. So that's why I say this isn't me running them down or anything because they're my people.
Yeah, but you can't help where you was born.
But that's the thing.
I can't
help where I was born.
And you can't help your personality.
But this is the thing. And I think it kind of disheartened me because like what you said, I wanted to go home. I wanted to go and see where I'm from, where my grandparents are from. And, you know, I remember getting off the plane and just seeing everyone that looked like me. Yeah. When did you get that? Oh, it was beautiful.
Racism where?
Listen, I could be loud.
Racism where?
I could be loud.
Yeah, no business.
And everyone's just as loud as me.
You know what I didn't like though about Jamaica? And I got it in Ghana when I went to Ghana. Mm-hmm. They obviously know you're a tourist. They know that. And
they can smell it.
Obviously. And it was the same in Jamaica. And there wasn't the way that I thought there was going to be. Like, you are an outsider. Like, because you're from England.
Yeah, but you felt like it was going to be like, oh, you're one of us because you are Jamaican. Yeah. I didn't get that. I didn't feel like I was home. I felt like it was more familiar than England was because it's like the food is what obviously we know. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, do
you know what I didn't know? I thought that jerk chicken was a meal. You know, like how they do jerk chicken and rice and peas and everything over here?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Jerk chicken is a snack. When I went there, and I was saying I want jerk chicken. Obviously, the jerk chicken is sold at night time too. Obviously, some of them sell it in the daytime. Yeah, when you're buying it on the streets.
Yeah.
Or even if you go to a restaurant and that, they'll sell it in the daytime. But it's sold with bread.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I didn't know that.
See, this is my story with jerk chicken now. We went to the hotel and see jerk pan and get excited. Oh my God, jerk chicken every single day. And we're eating the jerk chicken and it tasted, I think in our mind we'd convinced ourselves it tastes like jerk chicken. Then we went out of the hotel and had the proper street jerk chicken. Because people kept saying, no man, you need the proper jerk chicken. But it is proper jerk chicken. To find out it was oven jerk chicken. They was just taking it from the oven and putting it in the jerk pan and just taking it off there to chop it up. And us fucking English people.
Oh my God, imagine.
Yeah. Snapchat jerk chicken every day. It was oven chicken every day. I didn't realise, but a snack.
There was a lot of things that I didn't realise about Jamaica. Jamaica is an amazing place.
It is.
I love Jamaica.
It is, but they're struggling out there. Yeah. They're struggling out there. Things need
to be done. Yeah. But again, though, going back to the Windrush and everything, I'm sure. I don't know if you was to speak to your grandparents. The plan for my grandmother was to go back.
Okay, and she couldn't because of
the people that was there. There was like. The desperation was a lot,
so
really? she couldn't take that, and then decided to come and live here and settle here. But then going back to Jamaica, yes, we was born here, and we've got an education.
Yeah,
that's when I went to St. Thomas and I saw like there's no system trying to get everybody in school and all of that type of thing. Even
Mm.
street lighting that we take for granted, things like that, they don't have it.
Mm.
So just by having an education just in itself is a privilege. Yes, I've been born here, but I believe that whatever skills that we have, and if you are Jamaican,
Bring it back. Yeah. I've got a friend that is actually help supporting people from the Windrush, because I think she was basically saying that a lot of people that were affected by Windrush aren't actually aware that they can get money now off the back of what they've
scheme.
Yeah. So she's basically helping people do the applications
Good.
because people don't know what to do now or how to get the help or even
and how many families have been affected just by coming over here. And you know, what are we? Second generation.
Yeah. Well, second,
second generation. So, and being born here. Before I even went to Ghana, because I went to Ghana in November, and then I went to Jamaica in January. I had an issue with being born here.
Oh, really?
Because it don't feel like my home.
Yeah.
I remember I'm born here, so I don't feel like you.
Yeah. I know it's true though. It's true. It's like what we were saying. You know, when you go to Jamaica, the way your skin feels, the hair feels. Yeah, but here. Why do you think I've always got the headscarf on my head?
Are we not turning white?
Listen, I'm really out here buying stuff with vitamin C in so we can get the sunlight in my skin because I'm not getting the sunlight in the country.
Yeah.
Literally. So you had a problem with being born here.
I had an issue with that. And, you know, like, because of not feeling like this was my home.
Okay, before you carry on, let me ask you this. Now that you've been to Jamaica and you've seen the way that they live and stuff like that, would you have wished to have been born there, or do you still appreciate
the fact that I was born here?
Okay, because it's different.
I think me going to Ghana and going to Jamaica and seeing all of this, not only did it make me respect my grandmother even more, seeing how far she come. Jamaica is far.
Listen.
Jamaica is far.
I had to go premium. I wasn't sitting on that flight in the Chaka Chaka for that long. Give me the premium, please. Thank you. I want to spread out. That's too long. That's too long. Give me the premium, please.
Yeah. So it made me respect her even more for the journey of how far it is. And then going there and actually seeing, because the ancestry is very close. We've got people who still live there. I'm actually so grateful to have been born here and to have the opportunity that I have.
Yeah.
Because that's literally real opportunity.
It's opportunity when you go to them countries. Obviously, I've never been to Africa. Nothing. I'm talking about like we had the car, so we was driving a lot, and you see the people that are outside just selling whatever they've got to sell, and it's mad because I was sitting here, you know, not got a job, sitting down in my house, feeling like my life is the worst.
But you go out there and you have electricity.
Because you know what, Keyoni, you know what I never knew until I went to Jamaica? I didn't realise it's only us that have a benefit system. I'm thinking in Jamaica they get the benefits too.
Why do you think they want to be in England?
Listen.
And on top of it, England is the most powerful money in Jamaica. I didn't know that until I was leaving.
Oh, see, I thought it was the US dollar that was the most powerful.
I didn't think it was the US. I just thought another currency was. I didn't think it was the British
I didn't realise it was us. No way. Yeah, I didn't know.
Another thing that was a bit uncomfortable as well for me. Where did I go? I went to some bar that was like by the sea. Oh, it was lovely. It was so nice.
Yeah.
So I'm there just, you know, listening to the music and stuff. And then I just realised, because by listening to the music, of how intertwined Britain is with Jamaica and how much Jamaicans love Britain.
I know.
That's uncomfortable.
And it's crazy because you go over there and they're like, oh my God, you're from like heaven. And you're like,
no. Remember, we're born here and we know.
Yeah, you have to let them know. Like, honestly, it's not what it looks like. I remember we met a group of people on like a random beach. We met people on a random beach and I showed them, because you know I dance at the club. I was showing them my Instagram and they were so amazed. They were like, yeah man, I'm money toned that. I thought, that's what you think. That is what you think. It is. And it's like, if I'm having a mental health day, if I'm having a day where I'm stressed out and everything's heavy and whatnot, you think I can go and sit down on a beach and have my alone time?
You see, that's the trade-off, though.
This is the thing, and it's like it's like both of us are trying to gather what's best for us. Do you know what I mean? But it's like you want what you don't have. So to them, it's just the money, but to us, it's the whole
The
thing.
whole lifestyle. I mean, waking up to sunshine every day.
Listen,
it's a different pace of life too. You know, Jamaica is just
slow.
Nobody's not trying to do anything fast anyway.
Slow, right down. That if anything, I think going to Jamaica made me realise how fast I was moving.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Because it's not like you can go there and try to keep the same pace. Jamaica's gonna slow you down.
Nobody in Jamaica was trying to move fast to do anything.
No. So if you're coming over there speeding around, you're gonna get humbled. Your patience is gonna get tested.
Yeah, it will.
It's gonna get. But then I think when you're in it, you realise you don't need to rush.
Because what are you rushing to do there and do what?
Oh my God, this country
I was just rushing to get to the beach.
Yeah. I think going to Jamaica, it really opened my eyes a lot. And I think what messed with my head is thinking, these are my people. Like, I'm out here just living like this cash. Do you know what I mean? So in my mind, everyone else that looks like me is also living like this until you go and you're like, rah.
They're really not.
Like, we could be related and you're out here struggling like this and I'm at home chilling. Like, I think that was my enlightening moment in Jamaica. It was like, okay, Jamaica's lovely, and holiday wise for me, 100% I would go back. I would do a different hotel, but I would go back. But I think when you go home, as opposed to just going to another country, you feel it different.
Of course,
you
because they're your people.
Yeah,
this is your land.
You feel it different.
This is your land and this is your people. And you know, I just, you know, for what Jamaica is, Jamaica should not be a third world country.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
It's beautiful.
Far too beautiful. You know, but hopefully they make the required movements and alignments for Jamaica to be.
Yeah, God's willing.
It's supposed to be, of course.
God's willing.
I'm sure I heard something of them saying that they found oil.
Oh wow!
In Jamaica somewhere.
That'll get them some shmoney.
We'll see what happens.
That'll do it.
It will.
That'll do it. So you're saying then Jamaica as a solo trip was safe. You enjoyed it. I feel like I'm about to open up a whole conversation and time, so we could answer. Do you feel like you're the generation cycle breaker in your family?
100%.
Isn't that a heavy crown to carry?
It is very heavy. You are the first person in your family that has come to do things differently. And when the ancestors continue to bless me.
Listen,
while I do things differently.
When your family has been doing something away for such a long time, them cycles they're not easy to break. That's a warfare. That's a warfare. So what a blessing it was for you to be the one to go to Jamaica and really reconnect with Nan and everything, and it come together so nice, and it be such a blessing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For not only you but Nan as well,
and everybody. When I went to Jamaica, you know, I'm not in communication with my mother or that side of things. So I went there in that state, and then I've come back with so many more family members.
Wow. And that's the thing, you know, when you are being obedient to kind of letting things go, God's always going to replace it tenfold.
There you go.
It's always going to replace it.
This is why you can't fret about nothing.
You can't.
Because as long as you're staying in alignment, everything that is meant to be for you is going to come to you.
Say it louder for the people in the back, sis. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Honestly.
Oh my God. That is so beautiful. I literally could just want to keep talking. Like, literally, I feel like there's so much more I want to talk to you about. Oh God. Oh, okay, we're going to have to just link up and chat ourselves. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for inviting me on. Thank you for listening if you got this far in the video.
No, honestly, it's been a pleasure. It's been really, really, really nice. I so wish we could have chopped up more about, you know, your business, starting your business and stuff like that, because I know that would be a journey. But you never know, we might get a Keyoni part 2.
Come on, vote for me in the comments.
But yeah, no, it's really been nice to catch up with you. It seems like, you know, you've been on a journey, which we're all on.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? But you are a walking example of what doing the work can really look like and what it can really do. No, honestly, don't, because you don't know, I'll cry about everything. Like I said, like meeting you at work really set the tone for recognizing there's more in me. Do you know what I mean? Seeing someone that looks like me, be so ambitious, want it so bad, and you're honest as well, you know, about being worried about it, being scared,
I
asking
remember
for
me
help.
telling you, oh my God.
asking for help, which is
The amount
something
of
I
tears
could
that I
do.
was crying because I was so scared about opening this business.
Yeah, and I get it. Do you know what I mean? I get it. So honestly, you have been a blessing for me.
And you've been a blessing to me too, because me going into them spaces,
Yeah.
I want to see a black person, preferably a black woman is what I want to see.
And you've really been a blessing. Like I say, every time I talk to you, you come in like the sun's out to shine, and my life is better again. And I'm like, okay, thanks for that.
Have that effect on people, you know. Only because, and you know what, that is right about me. But what that's doing is igniting the sunshine in you.
And we need more
and that's
people
why
to ignite.
It's to ignite the fire in other people, because what you see in me, you also have it in you.
Yes, and
I've just done the work to take off
the
onion layers of trauma and whatever else it's been to be this person today. So you have it too.
Thank you,
guys too.
Yes. Well, in saying that, what advice, what uplifting words have you got for the audience and the people that probably don't necessarily really know where they're at, what they're doing right now, probably struggling with kind of like starting journeys and making moves? What would you say to them?
Okay. First of all, you need to not give a fuck.
Yes.
You need to not give a fuck about what anybody thinks or says, because this is your individual journey. Now, everything that you experience, other people are supposed to experience. You need to be fine with that. Remember, you're not here for everybody to like you, you know. As long as you like yourself and can live with yourself every day, that's the main thing. And then to be focused. If you set something to do it. The only person who you're going home with is your own self, knowing that you haven't even kept the word to yourself. Do you really want that?
Nope.
No, I don't like that feeling.
I hate it. I hate it.
So as long as you're keeping your word to yourself and stay focused, tick off all of those goals that you've got, and then you'll see visually that you're making progress. And then when you see that you're making progress, add some more to the list and just get going and do it.
See it there.
But things will come up on the journey, things that you've probably been through in the past that need some recognition. That's the time where you pause and say, you know what, I need to look into this. Because once your mental health is gone, you can't buy it back.
No.
You can't be brought back. So this is why you need to also take care of your mental, your spiritual, and your physical.
Honestly. Well, thank you so much for that, sis.
You're more than welcome.
Tell the people where they can find you. Do social medias and stuff like that?
Yes, we are.
Tell the people where they can find you then.
So, I will be uploading all of my escapades onto YouTube, onto Fire Vibes YouTube channel. I do have a fitness YouTube channel as well, which is called Fire Fit, and then Fire Fit for Instagram.
You spell fire different, don't you?
Yes, it's F-I-Y-A. Fire, F-I-Y-A.
So make sure you go and follow up the thing, ladies. I'm telling you, if you're trying to get that body yardie, Keyoni's finna get you right. Keyoni's finna get you right. But yes, that is the episode. I hope that is still recording because we've been chatting. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to another episode. It's been amazing, Keyoni. Thank you for coming on. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is that you do. And I will see you next week, guys.